But before we get to the local taps, we head to a local high school for this month's High Desert Hero. This young man will graduate first in his class in about a month and then head off to Harvard this fall. John Hammerly introduces us to Summit High School's Brandon Kent.
If he isn't making all conference in lacrosse, or composing his own classical arrangement on the piano.
There's efficiency and there is clear accountability to voters because it's obvious who the ruling party is.
Or maintaining a valedictory level 4.25 GPA at Summit High, well, Brendan Kent is probably already looking into the future.
I feel like public service is definitely a career path that I would consider. I don't know necessarily that it would be as an elected official. I think something in international relations, maybe working in an embassy or something like that, I think would be more interesting to me.
But this scholar athlete, before he ends his tenure at Summit, is also enjoying another accolade. Brendan has been chosen as this month's High Desert Hero by the Center Foundation. Gabe Pagano has coached Brendan and is Summit's athletic director.
He's a phenomenal high school athlete. You know, early on he was doing football, basketball, and lacrosse, but academically he was always there on top of everything. So he understands it as an education sports program. His grades speak for themselves. Obviously where he's going to college speaks for himself, but I was just glad to be around he and his family and everything they do for Summit. I think what makes Brendan unique is that he motivates by his actions. He's maybe not the most verbal leader on the football field, but the way he works in the morning, early morning weights, the way he is in class, the way he approaches things, others see that and they want to do the same. And that's what I think what makes him a High Desert Hero.
When we played Would You Rather, the first decision was star fullback or star concert pianist?
Great concert pianist. I think at the end of the day, I think music is probably my biggest passion. And I think that's something that I could really attach onto. I think football is fun, but I don't know that I love it as much as I love playing music.
But recently he had a real life Would You Rather that he had to answer. Harvard or Oxford or both?
They're both very different. Oxford, you apply to a specific subject and you only study that subject. You don't take any classes outside of it. Whereas Harvard, you don't have to declare until you're a sophomore and you can take a wide range of classes across the spectrum. And ultimately I decided that as an undergraduate, I'd rather have that academic flexibility. So maybe Oxford for graduate school.